Right, Shalom, Shalom, I'm going to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to Apostle GMS and honors to you brothers that are doing the work in truth while sincerity. So I'm going to do a real quick one. Earlier on was at the tube station, the metro as you'd call it in the States, over in London. And basically Geese just left his, he left his suitcase in the middle of the forecourt and the station staff. The lady was getting absolutely, you could see that she was getting anxious. And then she told the guy off, yo, don't be leaving shit. Hey, don't be leaving shit alone. Don't do that shit, basically. And then you'd be hearing sirens, a series of sirens going on above. And immediately, you just know everyone's thinking, shit, is it another attack? Is it another attack? Everyone's tense. You've got the tension in the air. But what they don't understand is all these things are orchestrated, and really and truly things are going to get a lot worse, right, until it gets better, right? So this is Revelation 12 and 12, and by better I mean the children of Israel be in power. It says Revelation 12 and 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil eastward, the so-called white man, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, right? So he was seeing all of these prophecies come to pass. He's thinking, God damn, oh shit, alright, Revelation 11 is really coming to pass. These Israelites are really getting their flesh back on their bones, pursuant to Ezekiel 37, right? So he's going to come down hard. He's going to come down hard, man. So it's Jeremiah 30 and 7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So you pick that apart, right? So it says so that none is like it. So it's a day. When you read Daniel's 12, and let me read that before I finish that off. It says, and at that time shall Mark stand up, the great prince which Daniel's 12 and 1 says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. Basically saying, this day, what's going to happen is, it's going to be like nothing that's happened before, right? Which is why also in Jeremiah 16 and 14 it says, no longer shall it be said, Yahweh, who brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but out of the land of the north, i.e. America. That's how great this salvation is going to be. Right? It's going to eclipse, what do you call it? The deliverance from Egypt, right? From old Egypt, anyway. Right, so it says back in Jeremiah 30 and 7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Ultimately, the elect are going to be saved. And that is where the hope comes in, right? So you see, you got all of these people out there that are scared. They're absolutely scared because they don't know what's going to happen next. But this is why the scripture really is so deep. Says Isaiah 33 and 6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right, so as I was saying, you get all these people that are absolutely scared. They don't know when the next attack's going to happen. They don't know this, they don't know that. But all those of us in the truth that are in the know that all of these things are staged, and that ultimately this is a much bigger war, a spiritual war for one, but soon it's going to get physical, pursuing, to several scriptures really, right? This being one of them, Revelation 12 being another, Ezekiel 21 and 9 being another. Right, Esau's going to start coming down real hard, but we know that we're going to, this bit here, he shall be saved out of it. You know that if you please the Lord, you're going to be alright. You're going to be cool. Unless, it's your lot to, to be a martyr for this truth. But the apostle said, this time around, most of us won't, only a handful of us will have to lay down our lives. Right, so this is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. This is, for the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, right? You'll get times when you feel a certain way, but then you've got to refer back to these scriptures. You know that there's a process that has to take part. There's a process that has to be fulfilled. All of the scriptures have to come to pass, so you just stick it out, say, hey, it is what it is, right? You know that, Proverbs 18 and 10, for instance, The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, and is safe. So no matter what you do, you know that, hey, if I just maintain, in these scriptures and this truth, and remember the name of the Lord, then I'm gonna be alright, right? This is Matthew 10:18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, right? Now I bring this out because in the recent attacks over here, they were just straight gunning for brothers. They were straight gunning for brothers, right? Trying to, I won't get into how they're doing so, but brothers, hey, we know there was, several indirects, right? But and it's like, and that time's gonna come. But if you ain't rooted in the faith, if you ain't down in the faith, then that spirit of fear will overcome you, and you'll give in. You'll give in to Esau. You won't be dwelling on the scripture. You won't be dwelling on your foundation that would keep you strong in these times. You won't be remembering the scriptures, wisdom, and the knowledge. You won't be stable, right? And this is gonna happen to some of us. But the scriptures say what? It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak. Basically, don't have fear. Just go in the spirit, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Right? Because when you understand, everything's a spirit, and the Lord, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's all down to the Lord. Then immediately you stop worrying so much. You stop fearing. You say, hey, it's all in the spirit. I'm going to just do what I gotta do. The Lord will guide my steps. The Lord wants me to go through this, wants to go through that, then it's cool. Right, I'm going to end on John 16:2 says, they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth the Most High service. Right? And I bring this out once as well, because you also got to understand what you're in. At the end of the day, there are people out there that want to kill you, and you got these guys, IUIC, all of these other camps. They want to get rid of us, man. Right? But it's having this understanding, because once you know this, but having the understanding that the Most High is going to take care of you. If that says, well, no matter what your end is, the Most High is going to take care of you if you're the elect. Then these things don't make you scared. These things just make you think, hey, man, it's to fulfill prophecy. All of the prophets that got killed, that was to fulfill prophecy. Hey, look at Paul. When he was doing what he was doing, he thought he was doing the Most High service, but then he learned otherwise. Like, yo, man, I'm going off. He repented of his ways and he did what he had to do, which was teach his truth. Right, so that is just to wrap up. It's a thing about it was I know I covered several different aspects of it. Right, there's there's fear that the people in the world be feeling. There's fear that we might have to go through, but the main message is remember what you're in, remember what's prophesied, and let that be a strong foundation. Because if you remember the bad stuff, i.e. the fact that there are people out there that are going to try to kill you, that are going to try and actually think that they're doing it for the good. Right, if you know all of this, then you also got to remember all of the other scriptures. For instance, scriptures talk about some will be beheaded for this truth, the Revelations. But then it also says the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. So then what have you got to fear? 2 Maccabees 7 actually is a good one on this, because the brothers were being put to death in some gruesome ways. But they was just like, hey man, I'm gonna come back in the next life, man. It's no biggie. It is what it is. Alright, so Lord's will with that. You edify them and say shalom.